It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, the science quiz program here in the Prince George's Schools, where we bring together outstanding elementary and middle school students to test their scientific IQ. And we hope you play along today and can answer some of these questions with us. Today, two outstanding middle schools. Let's meet them right now. First, from Colin Powell Middle School, would you say hello to Blake? Hey, Blake. The captain is Ariana. Beautiful t-shirts over there. They're all Science Bowl players. And Melina is the last member of that team. They're already ready to push that buzzer. They're playing against William Wirt Middle School. Let's say hello to Mariam. Mariam, nice to have you here today. You can wave to people at home. Their captain is Crystal over there. She was here in the 5th grade, just like Blake was here when he was a 5th grader. And Hugo is here. Rounds out the threesome over there. Here in the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions. If you're not familiar with our show, here those categories are now.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on the Science Bowl, our students start out with 50 points apiece. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. Into the 2 rounds, one of these 2 good-looking teams will come back and play our game again, maybe becoming the 4th of our semifinalists in this year's middle school competition. And this is our 39th year of Science Bowl competition here in PGCPS. Let's go over and make sure everything is working properly. Let's try that red team's buzzer, Ariana. All right, looks good, sounds good. Good luck to you, Blake, and to Melina. And Crystal, how about the green team over there? All right, also seems A-OK. Good luck to you, Mariam and Hugo. Guys, congratulations on being here representing your schools. We're going to have a great game. Everyone wins already, but may the better team actually win the game. Let's start out. We go alphabetically C before W, so Colin Powell and Ariana. Let's play this bowl.
Can I get green things for 15?
Green things for 15 points to start us out. If an arthropod like a lobster was in need of arthroscopic surgery, which of its body parts would need fixing? Ariana.
The shell?
Not its shell. That's a good try. All right. An arthropod like a lobster needs arthroscopic surgery. Which body part needs fixing?
The joints?
The joint, absolutely right. Arthropods are joint-legged creatures. Nice comeback. Go green.
Can we get green things for 10?
Green for 10. Vice President Kamala Harris's mother once asked her daughter, "Do you think you just fell out of one of these trees?" Trees, yes, Colin Powell. What you got? Blake?
Coconut tree?
Coconut tree, that's right. I would have finished by trees that produce the world's largest seeds. Absolutely right. That was a meme for a long time. Glad you remembered that. Go red. Go ahead, Ariana.
Can I get body system for 10?
Body for 10 points, you certainly may. Bubble wrap. I love bubble wrap. You probably do. So much fun to pop those bubbles that are filled with air. But these bubbles on your skin, often caused by shoes that are too tight, are filled with liquid and should not. Crystal?
Blisters.
Blisters. Those should not be popped. Absolutely right, because there is tender raw skin underneath. Good answer. Go green.
Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 points. Osprey are birds that like to eat fish. You see them here in Maryland. When the osprey catches the fish, it always makes sure the fish's head is facing forward, which reduces what force as they fly back to their nests with that fish in its talons? What force is reduced? Come on, Crystal.
Friction.
Friction, absolutely. Friction, air friction, drag, resistance, any of those words would have been acceptable because the fish is now more aerodynamic. Good answer. All right, you're off to a fast start, 85 to 60, green advantage. Go. Yes, ma'am.
Body systems for 15.
Body for 15 points. There's something called plantar fasciitis. It's caused by tiny tears in the tissue that joins your toes to this part of your foot, famous for being the only body part where the mythological Achilles was vulnerable. All right, Colin Powell thinks they know. Joining the toes to the what?
Your ankle.
Not your ankle. Good try. All right. Achilles famously was vulnerable in this body part. It's the part of your foot that is joined to your toes. There are tears if you have plantar fasciitis.
The Achilles tendon.
Your heel. Oh, say it again.
I was going to say the Achilles tendon.
Achilles tendon. Yes, we will take that. We will take that. Also known as the heel. Heel. Good. Go green.
Okay.
And we'll flip that light there to green there. Very good. Go, Crystal.
Zoo braids for 15.
Zoo for 15. Question is as follows. A woolly bear is not related to a black bear or a brown bear or a polar bear. Rather, it is one of these metamorphic steps in the life of a tiger moth. It's the larva. It's the larval form. It's the little caterpillar. You see them in the fall. They're orange and black, and they're kind of spiky, and you see them on the sidewalk. And the old wives' tale is if there's more orange than black, the winter is going to be really bad coming up. Okay, no points. Go again, green.
Zoo braid for 5.
Zoo for 5. Listen carefully before you push that buzzer and say it. If you are an arachnophile, the chances are this guy is your favorite superhero. Colin Powell.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah. Arachnophile means you love spiders. Good, go red.
Oh. Let's get physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. Here we go. Since it is made by burning wood with very little oxygen, charcoal, unlike coal, which is made from long dead plants, is not what kind of fuel? Is not what kind of fuel, red team?
Fossil fuel?
Yeah, it's not a fossil fuel. Charcoal is not a fossil fuel. Many people think that it is. All right, you're on a roll here. Come on, red.
Can I get science potpourri for 10?
You can indeed. Science potpourri for 10 points. Multiple choice question. How many of you like buttered popcorn when you go to the movies? Yeah, I do too. The butter that's sprayed on movie popcorn is which of the following? Atomized, aerialized, aerosolized, or pixelated? You may answer. All right, which of those three, Ariana?
Aerosolized?
Aerosolized, absolutely right. It's in that fine mist. That buzzer says we've come to the first round. Good game. 85, Colin Powell, 100, William Wirt. We'll be back with more Science Bowl just a moment. Don't go away. And welcome back to Science Bowl. 2 great schools here, 2 new schools here in PGCPS. Let's find out about the schools and the young people here representing them. Let's go first to Colin Powell. And Ariana, tell us a little bit about your school. Who's your principal down there?
My principal is, what's her name? Miss Lattimore.
Yeah, it's a big school. It's hard to get to know everybody there. And who's the coach of your team? Mr. Pulak?
Mr. Rosario.
Very good. All right. And we'll have anybody from Colin Powell, any administrators or coaches come out and join you at the end of the program. And you had an alternate too? What's the alternate's name?
Which one? Leah.
All right. Very good. All right. Tell us something about the new Colin Powell that you think everybody watching should know. It's way down south, but it's a hidden jewel. What do you like about the school?
I like that it's big and new, and that there are a lot of that the people there are very supportive.
Yeah, that's what you need at a school. You need supportive people and teachers that care about you.
Yeah.
And I know you've got a great faculty down there as well. What do you want to do someday, Ariana, as a career? If you thought about that yet?
I would like to be a baker. Like, I would like to own a bakery.
Yeah, we were talking about the culinary arts or something that you really like, and you bake as well, too, don't you? Yeah, indeed. All right. You're going to be everybody's favorite. Melina, nice to have you here today. Why did you want to be on the Science Bowl?
Well, I was going to do it 5th grade, but then I couldn't, so I wanted to do it this year.
It's nice you have another chance to do this. We're really happy to have you here. I have to ask you about your shirts. I see that test tube on there that's glittering. Who made those shirts for you?
Mr. Pankey.
Those are just beautiful. Yeah, a nice advertisement for our show, but especially for you guys because you're doing such a nice job here today. Melina, someday, what do you want to do? I know you like art, yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of art?
I like drawing landscapes.
Nice. Anything else you do in your spare time you want to share with us?
I read books.
Read books too. Readers do extraordinarily well on Science Bowl because you're just exposed to so many different parts of the world. And Blake, nice to have you back. Young man was back here, was in his 5th grade year. And did you have a good time when you were back there with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you'd want to win today, don't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely right. What do you want to do someday, Blake?
I want to become an archaeologist.
Yeah, why so? What got you interested in that?
I was just interested in science at a very young age, so I just stuck to archaeology.
Yeah, and to go and discover things like in the pyramids and places like that, you know, discovering past history, and of course, there's a lot of science in archaeology, you know, carbon dating and that sort of thing. Good luck in the second round here. Let's go over to William Wirt. And William Wirt, I remember William Wirt before, and now I drove up the other day. It's this magnificent cathedral of learning. Great school, huh, Crystal? Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's your principal over there?
Miss Simley.
Miss Simley, yes. I remember she told me some time ago that perfect attendance at William Wirt gets you a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Is that still true?
Yes.
Oh, that's motivation. I'd go to school every day, too, for that. Tell me, who's your coach?
Miss Lawrence.
And she's done a fantastic job because you became part of our competition not too long ago, and you'd never know it. You guys are doing such a nice job here today. You all wear matching shirts there. Is that the big W, WW?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your mascot there?
A jaguar.
Yeah, I had to look. I was that way too in high school. I thought, what was that mascot? Tell me something about the new school that you like.
It's very diverse. It teaches people regardless of anything. And the counselors there and the teachers are very helpful, and they help you when you're struggling. And I like that about the new school.
Yeah, because we all struggle sometime in life with something, and you need somebody there as an advocate, someone to help. And it sounds like you've got that there. Tell me, did you have an alternate or two on your school, on your team?
Yes, we had one alternate. Her name was Soul Mary.
Wonderful. We'll bring that alternate out in just a few moments here. What do you want to do someday, Crystal?
I want to become a doctor.
Yeah. But she also told me she wants to become wise. And you know, life is a journey to find wisdom. And sometimes it comes early and sometimes later, but you're already making a good start on that. Hugo, nice to have you here today. And you heard about this and thought it would be something you wanted to try. Are you glad you came?
Yes.
Oh, well, we're glad you're here. What do you do in your spare time?
Like focus on strategy games, play chess, and some other things.
Yeah, chess is all about strategy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And what would you want to do as a career? Have you thought about that?
Probably an engineer or a physicist.
Yeah, very good. Well, you're in the right school here, in the right game show, because this is all about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And Miriam, nice to have you here. She's a soccer player, yes?
Yes.
And what else you're thinking also about baking and cooking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and she tells us that she likes to make cookies.
Yes.
What's your favorite cookie?
Chocolate chip cookie.
Did you make any for us today?
Sorry.
Darn, you know, I'm tasting them already. I bet you're a good cook. And tell me what you do in your spare time if you're not baking.
Oh, I read books.
Yeah?
Like I read the books of Alan Gratz and how he talks about the history of the world and what happened, like his books Ground Zero, like something like that.
Yeah. We have to read about the world because we don't want to repeat history if we can avoid it. You know, the world is littered with all kinds of tragedies and things that, you know, don't go the way we want here. And as a career, someday?
I want to be a judge in the law field.
Judge in a law firm, yeah. We have four judges right here, but I think you're thinking about judges that actually have some laws to interpret, right? Yeah, you'll be a good one. Let's get back into our game. William Wirt, 100 points. Colin Powell, 85. Last correct answer came from Ariana. So let's rock and roll. Let's go to part 2 here. Go, Ariana.
Can I get body system for 20?
Body systems for 20 points. Question is as follows. If you receive a transplant of marrow, M-A-R-R-O-W, the spongy substance inside your bones where blood cells are made, it is possible that it will change this aspect of your blood. William Wirt.
Your blood type?
Your blood type, absolutely, it is possible. Not guaranteed, but it can do that. Thank you, Hugo, for your help, and Mary Ann. Go, Crystal.
Green things for 20.
Green for 20 points. How many of you cut the grass ever at home? When you cut the grass, that smell, there's a smell of cut grass. When you cut grass, it injures the plant. It gives off distinctive smells called GLVs, green leaf volatiles. Who knew? That help to start the healing process, but it also contributes to the formation of this O initial gas that causes smog in cities. O initial gas that causes smog in cities. Green team for 20 points. What is it?
Oxygen.
Not oxygen. Good try. What is this O initial gas that can cause smog in cities that actually is produced when you cut grass? It's called ozone. Ozone. Let's try again, please. Last correct answer came from the green team. Go, Crystal.
Body systems for 5.
Body for 5 points. Scientists have created a worm-like soft robot that contains an artificial one of these upper arm muscles. William Wirt.
The triceps?
Not the triceps. Scientists have created a worm-like robot. Soft robot contains an artificial one of these upper arm muscles, Colin Powell, sometimes called guns.
Bicep?
Biceps is right. Yeah, you knew it had to be one or the other. All right, go Red.
Can I get let's get physical for 15?
You sure can. Let's get physical for 15 points. Multiple choice. Multiple choice. Maybe you've tried this at home. You have a glass jar, you have an olive on the table, you spin your glass around and the olive comes up like magic. The olive lives up because of friction and which of the following forces? Centripetal, Coriolis, or gravitational? Which of those forces makes the olive come up into the glass? Crystal?
Centrifugal.
Centripetal is absolutely right. Yes, good. That was the first choice I gave you. Go green.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical for 20 points. Question is as follows. I know you guys study different kinds of reactions in your class. Listen to this. Digestion, combustion, and cooking are all examples of this kind of reaction. Yes, William Wirt.
A chemical reaction?
It is a chemical reaction because the end products are different from the reactants that go in at the bottom. But the contrast with a physical reaction. Nicely done. Good. Go. Come on, Red. Let's jump in here.
Green things for 5.
Green for 5. One of global warming's big winners is this weed. It's mostly a vine. Uses all its energy making an oil called urushiol oil that will make you itch if you touch it. Colin Powell. What you got?
Poison ivy.
Poison ivy. That's it. Yep. 5 more points. Good. Go. Come on. Let's get to the century mark here. You're 5 shy.
Can I do Dateline Science for 10?
Dateline for 10 points. All right. You know, this is a multiple choice question. You all are, in this age group here. A 14-year-old student recently invented a new Band-Aid that uses the spice turmeric. If that bandage covers a cut, the spice will turn from its normal yellow color to red if the pH rises to 8 or 9. That means, multiple choice, that means the area is acidic, alkaline, or neutral. William Wirt.
Acidic.
No ma'am. The pH will rise to 8 or 9, which means that area being treated by this Band-Aid made of turmeric the area is acidic, alkaline, or neutral, and the wound is infected.
Alkaline? Alkaline?
Alkaline is right. Another name for basic. That's the correct answer. Good comeback. Good go.
Can I get science pokery for 15?
Body system for 15?
Science potpourri.
Science potpourri for 15 points. Here it is. All right. All right. You didn't say body, you said potpourri? Potpourri for 15. All right. If a child swallows a coin, it happens, or an open safety pin, it can be removed by doctors using one of these F initial devices that's inserted down into the esophagus. What device do they use to retrieve that coin or that open safety pin? Come on, Colin Powell, let's get it.
What? Speak up.
Say it, please.
Louder.
Melania, what are you saying?
Forceps?
Forceps is right. Yes, indeed. Listen to your teammate there. Go red.
Speak up. I can't.
Go, Ariana. You pick.
Can I get Dayline Science for 15?
Dateline Science for 15 points. Scientists have assembled a 3D model of the entire genome of a 50,000-year-old one of these long extinct elephant relatives that roamed the Arctic. Colin Powell.
Woolly mammoth.
Woolly mammoth is right. Yes, indeed. Good. Go.
Can I get, let's get physical for 25?
Let's get physical for 25 points. Get this one right, and you will be in the lead. Wet sand is perfect for building sandcastles and for keeping a hole dug in the sand from collapsing, because this quality of water keeps the sand grains together. What is that quality of water that keeps the sand grains together? That's known as surface tension or cohesion. That was a tough question. Go again, please, red. Ariana?
Can I get Dayline Science for 20?
Dateline Science for 20 points is a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, if you would, please. The newest telescope, the James Webb Telescope, recently sent back an image of one of these N-initialed star clusters. Colin Powell?
Nebula.
Say it.
A nebula.
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 Nebula, that's right, exactly. That looks like a penguin with its egg. It's called Penguin with Egg Nebula. Yes, indeed. Go. Tie score, 155 all.
Can I get Zoo Parade for 20?
Zoo, 20 points. Here you go. Birds have no teeth. This is a multiple choice question. But the mechanical grinding of their food occurs because of something called gastroliths. Are they special muscles in the stomach, powerful enzymes, or tiny stones? William Wirt.
Tiny stones.
Tiny stones is right. Gastro means stomach, and lith, like in lithosphere, means rocks. Good. Go. Green. 20-point lead. Yes, ma'am.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Just like sheep are sheared for their wool, a certain kind of oak tree is sheared every 9 years. Colin Powell.
Cinnamon?
Not cinnamon. Good try. That's a nice answer. William Wirt, a certain kind of oak tree is sheared every 9 years to get this substance that has been used for centuries to plug the tops of wine bottles.
Bark.
Cork. Cork was the answer there. Go again. Green.
Let's get physical for 5.
Physical for 5 points. Helicopters can't fly in very hot weather because their instruments can overheat and the hot air is too thin for the choppers to get enough of this force. What force are they looking for? Yes, Crystal.
Friction.
Not friction. Good try. Ariana, any idea? Helicopters, if the hot air, because the hot air is too thin, the choppers can't get enough of this force. Lift. Lift was the right answer. Turn out the green light, please, on the other team. And red team, is it red team? Green. All right. Green, would you go, Crystal?
Dateline Science for 5.
Dateline for 5 points. Finding out if you can tame or control one of these storms was the plot of the recent Twisters movie.
Tornado.
Colin Powell.
Tornado.
Tornado. Absolutely right. Good. Go.
Can I get Science potpourri for 20?
Potpourri for 20 points. Question is as follows. Stonehenge, that ancient temple of vertical stones in England, is visited on 2 days every year. The first days of summer and winter, known as these. William Wirt.
Solstice.
Solstice is absolutely right. Thank you, Hugo. Go green.
Green things for 25.
Green for 25, big one in that category. Koalas, oh, they're nice and cuddly. All they eat are eucalyptus leaves every single day. They eat them because they have a special bacteria in their intestines that can break down these C initial carbohydrates. You may answer. Any idea? Let me repeat it for Colin Powell. Koalas can digest eucalyptus leaves because they have special bacteria in their intestines that will break down these C initial carbohydrates that make up the cell walls in the leaves. Any guess? It's called cellulose. Cellulose is what we're looking for. The buzzer has rung. That means we have ended our game. It looks like William Wirt has done it. We'll double check that score and be back with you in just a moment. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed this game at home as much as we did here in the studio. What a game. Tied up late in the game. Back and forth it went. And both teams are winners. I know you would agree with me on that. Our final tally today is Colin Powell 160, William Wirt 195. William Wirt, let's give a round of applause for William Wirt. Terrific job. Crystal, would you tell us who's standing back there?
This is Miss Wainwright. She helped us get here today. She was our transportation along with Miss Lawrence, who coached us.
Yes.
And this is one of the alternatives, Soul Mary.
One of the alternatives, absolutely right. But she got her name right. That was the important part. Thank you all for being part of our game here today. Let's have a round of applause for that Colin Powell team. Again, except for the two students who have been here before, you've never done this before. You'd never have known it here. Ariana, tell us who's back there.
This is Leah, this is Aiden, and this is Mr. Rosario.
Thank you, Coach, for doing this again. You didn't have a lot of time here, and it was the first time, but you did a spectacular job, and we congratulate everybody. We thank them all, and we thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you next time on another edition of Science Bowl. Until then, I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye, everybody.